1915 Izhevsk. One of the old ones. You can see this one's a Balkan rifle. It's been scrubbed. The eagle's gone and been peened off the receiver there. Pretty typical. A lot of the Balkan rifles are like this. This one's not matching. Most of them are like that too. They have a long and storied life, these things. We got a few interesting little things here and there. Got an old number on the buttstock there. Doesn't match anything on the rifle, of course. Buttstock matches, I'm sorry, the butt plate. That matches the barrel, but nothing else does. Different number on the magazine. Typical no cleaning rod. My own suspicion is that the cleaning rods were removed and thrown away to keep the soldiers from beating the hell out of the Boers with them. Nice solid old rifle. Nice heavy stock. No problems with it, no cracks. Got a decent bore. Still got a little cosmoline on there. It's been in storage for a while. If you look over here, I don't know if that's going to show, but right there in the finger groove, there is a Bulgarian pine cone stamp in there. Again, typical, because that's where these rifles came from. They were at one time in the hands of Bulgaria, either captured from the Russians or captured from the Serbs, who received them from the Russians as aid rifles during the Great War. Then later on, they ended up in the hands of Romania, and from Romania they were imported into the U.S., along with all kinds of other 9130s and Soviet-era rifles. This stock is in pretty good shape for one of these. They range from beat to death to fairly nice. This is one of the fairly nice ones. You can see the bore's in pretty good shape. Still got some metal showing there. A quick and dirty muzzle erosion gauge there. You can see it's not too bad. We have the old style import mark there on the barrel. Unobtrusive. Not like today's. These were imported around, I'm going to guess, 89 or 90. Things were done differently back then. We have the Type 1 bands on there. Great War rifles are getting harder to find and more expensive these days. When these rifles were first imported, you could buy one for 39, 49 bucks around there, sometimes cheaper. I can remember seeing them for sale on Shotgun News back in 89 and 90, 91. Very cheaply being sold. And I should have grabbed a couple hundred of them back then, because now I see these things selling $300 and $400 and I say, what the hell? But if you want a piece of Great War history, these are definitely the ones to have. The Balkans saw some savage fighting, you know, Serb against Austrian, Austrian against Russian, Russians against everybody, the Bulgarians. And these rifles are right in the middle of all that. Being captured back and forth and who knows what else. Pretty good trigger on this one too, if I recall. These would have been last refurbished in Romania, and the Romanians had a habit of refurbishing a rifle, it seems, by just swapping parts around until they found something that worked. And that works too. You don't have to spiff up everything to refurbish a rifle. As long as they work, that's all that matters. Doesn't need to have new bluing or fancy shellac on it. And that does appear to be more of an oil finish on there than shellac. A little hard to tell, but it doesn't seem to be the heavy Soviet grade shellac you're familiar with. You see a little mixture of some Tula parts in there. Little tiny Tula hammer there on the magazine. Let me see if I can open that up and you'll see another interesting thing. That is a Soviet-era Tula stamp, sometime in the 30s, most likely. So that was a 9130 bolt. You see it's the later style that the Romanians used when they fixed up this rifle, because they had plenty of Soviet aid rifles after World War II to get parts off of. What? 1915 Izhevsk. Just a look at an old soldier I had leaning against the wall there before I put it away again. See if I can get that to focus in on the markings a little bit better. Come on. No, I guess not. Camera's not cooperating. Let's see if anybody picks up on that C right there. And that should do it for this look at a Balkan refugee.